Hello again everybody, Sam'sTrains here, welcome back to the railway and welcome back to another live show. We're finally here, this is the final show in the series, which is bittersweet because I absolutely love doing these shows. I think they're the favourite thing I do on YouTube, and I've said that since the very first live show I ever did, and I've done nearly 20 shows now and it still feels the same. I still absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm sad to be finished, but I'll be glad to get some Sundays back I guess after that, but it won't be long before I start again. But not only is today's episode the very final episode of this series, it's also my 20,000 subscriber special stream, and that actually happened last week. It was last Sunday that I got to 20,000 subscribers, but it happened a little bit too late and I didn't have chance to replan the episode, so I thought I'll take another week and give people some chance to catch up with the subscriber count and send in some stuff if they want to. And some people have. I've got some drawings and things for the Wall of Fame which people have sent in honour of 20,000 subscribers, so thank you all for that. But beyond that, I just want to say to everybody, whether you're subscribed, not subscribed really, or thinking about subscribing, just thank you for all of your support, because it is a team effort. I couldn't have gotten to 20,000 subscribers without each and every one of you. As I always say, I only just stick the videos online. You're the people that watch them and subscribe to them, so to be honest, it's all to you. It's all down to you guys. It's nothing to do with me. So thank you. It's amazing to have gotten here. I never thought when I started this channel that we would ever get here, but we have. So here's to the next 20,000. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. I can't say for sure. It would be amazing, but as I say, only you guys can make it happen. Okay, so I've got lots of things planned for today. I've got some Wall of Fame stuff to show. I've got lots of requests already, and thank you very much to the people who've sent super chats already during this show. It's amazing how much support people have for me, and it's humbling. It humbles me that people, I don't know, like what I do so much. I don't know that what I do is worth it, but I guess you guys appreciate it, so thank you very much. So yeah, as I say, we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be showing some stuff. Also, as a bit of a 20,000 subscriber celebration, I'm going to do something quite embarrassing, and that is I'm going to be showing you some edited, mind you, but some clips from my first ever review. Now, my first ever review isn't on YouTube anymore. I removed it because it was too embarrassing. I sound really weird, my voice wasn't very good, it's got my old intro, the room looks really weird. You're going to be able to see this loft as it looked around 4 or 5 years ago. It looked very, very different, and as I say, it's not a very good review, and it went on for about 15 minutes, so I actually edited it down to about 3 minutes so that you don't have to sit through 15 minutes of my horrible 5 year ago self droning on. But anyway, hopefully that's something to look forward to, and I'm going to get to that later on. My first ever review, and it was actually the first video I ever did where I was speaking on this channel. So yes, hopefully you'll enjoy that. Don't think bad of me when you see it, because it isn't very good, and it's been removed on YouTube since then because I really didn't like it, but I've got some clips from that to show you. Okay, so anyway, first of all, I'm going to do what I always do and give a massive, massive thank you to all of week's super chats, and there were quite a lot, so again, thank you to everybody. And some of these people left requests, which I did last week, and there's a couple left over from last week, which I'm going to do this week, but here they all are then. This is last week's super chat. So we have Shine Ortis, Ollie Turf 26, David Smith, Nyrate Goal, who sent in lots of super chats, by the way, so thank you to Nyrate, who is actually Lego Trains backwards, he tells me. Lee Molson, Sideways 101100, that's the binary man, I always get his name wrong for some reason. The Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus, which I think is a golden name, what a name that is. Can you imagine if my channel was called that? The Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. I love it, what a great channel name. Laserjet sent in a lovely super chat for me, and in fact I've been talking to Laserjet this week. We've played some Fortnite together, so we'll talk about that later on. The Ugly Duckman, Bruce B303, Tom Jensen, Andy G13GLA, Andrew Keeley, Bob Humphreys, Joseph Ashford, and all of those people sent in a super chat last week, which means they're all entered to win Bullman. And that brings me to my next point of interest, because Bullman Actually, he's not called Bullman, this one is called Bilious. This is one of 10 Bullman models that I've produced, only ever going to be 10, and he is going to be drawn, the winner is going to be drawn today. So you've still got a chance to enter to win Bullman if you want to. All you've got to do to enter is send me a super chat of any amount and you'll be entered to win. I have all of the names here of everyone who sent a super chat in this series already. As you can see, everybody's name has got a piece of paper, and what I've also got is I've got some extra pieces of paper here with a paper clip holding them together, and I've got a pen. So for any super chats that come in today, I'm going to be writing them up during the break, I think, and putting them in here so that they also can have a chance to win Bullman. So if you want a chance to win your very own Bullman figure, who's going to be posted tomorrow morning, assuming whoever wins him gets the details to me in time. So if you want a chance to win a Bullman figure, the first one I'm ever going to give away, then you can send me a super chat today and get entered to win. Thank you to Jake Darlin, who's just sent a super chat. I didn't see what you wrote in the super chat because it disappeared before I got to look, but I'll take a look in just a second and show you those. Now, first of all, I want to start off with a shout out to Isaac, who's going to be 7 in April. His dad got in touch and he said that Isaac would like a shout out. So there you go, Isaac. Your birthday isn't just yet, your dad tells me, but it's coming up. So hopefully you'll have a lovely day. And first of all then, I'm going to go ahead and show you the first request. So the first request on the outside line there is the Tornado and the Flying Scotsman. Now, Laserjet asked for this. I contacted him after the show and said, you left such a big donation, I really want to do a super chat for you. And the problem was, when I put my Tornado on the track today, it wasn't running properly. There was a sign of a motor failure, so I thought, right, that's not good. An hour before I start streaming, the motor's not working. So what I ended up doing was I found, do you remember that P2 that I took the old motor out of and replaced it with a better motor? Well, I found that motor and luckily it fits in the Tornadoes. So with very shaky hands actually, which is unusual for me, shaky hands because I only had an hour to do and I had some other stuff left over to do as well before I started streaming. So it was a big panic. I whipped the old motor out and whipped the new motor in, well, the replacement, and amazingly the Tornado is now working. So Laserjet, you get your request. I didn't know if it was going to happen, but it is happening, so that's good. And then on the middle line there we have TrainFan28 who wanted to see some GWR coaches pulled by the whole class, and also with a 14XX at the back as a banker, and also Bullman as, I suppose, a second banker. So a very interesting request there, but yes, that is going to be done. And I had one more request today, hang on, the first one from James Stewart, who sent me a super chat just at the start of the show before I came on. He says, "Hi Sam, can you run the LMS Coronation Scott in LMS Blue coaches?" So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I do have some more requests to run which have come from this show, and I will read those out for you in just a second. But first of all then, let's open up with a running session with these. So we have the Tornado and the Flying Scotsman double heading with some teaks, and amazingly the Tornado is working properly now. Then we've got the Hall class. This is Alton Hall in the beautiful maroon livery, which is very unusual. There's the 14XX banking at the back there, as you can see, and also Bullman is helping out as well, so that's very interesting. And then of course we've got the Coronation Scott. This request only came in today, with some LMS Coronation Scott coaches, 5 of them. So thank you all for those requests. I absolutely love them. As you know, I love running requests because it's just stuff that I never would think of. Well, I guess I would think of most of this stuff, but I don't think I've ever had the 14XX at the back of a Hall class train before, so that's very interesting. I like that idea. And of course Bullman has joined in. Bullman's always happy to be involved in your requests. In fact, he quite likes the limelight. So let's watch the Tornado and the Flying Scotsman. Of course, 2 LNER locos whizzing by there with their beautiful LNER coaches. Let's see what's going on behind the bookcase. Yep, there we go, there's Bullman. Just going away from you there. And if we move here, oh, we've just missed the Coronation. Whoops. But let's wait here, shall we, for the Hall class. Yep, she's just come into shot there with those beautiful coaches there. Great Western coaches. Yes, I love those. And there goes the 14XX, and of course Bullman at the back there. Let's keep looking. Oh, and we've got the 2 trains passing each other there. That's lovely. Fantastic. So thank you for those requests, everybody. Yeah, they're beautiful. There goes Bullman. I do love seeing Bullman on some trains. There goes the Coronation Scott then, and we can call this the Coronation Scott because she's complete with the proper coaches. So there we go. I think the Coronation Scott in real life would have had more than 5 coaches, but I only have 5 because they're quite expensive for some reason. I don't know whether Hornby didn't make very many or not, I don't know. but they seem to cost quite a bit, and the maroon ones, which I haven't got any of, but the maroon ones cost even more because Hornby definitely didn't make many of those. But anyway, yeah, they're beautiful coaches, as you know. Okay, I'm going to head down to the front then and we'll stop these requests, but once again, thank you to everyone who sent those in. Oh, this was good timing actually. We've got the Royal Scot. The Royal Scot? No, definitely not a Royal Scot. I suppose it's the same company of the big four, but no, it's the Coronation Scot. Okay, and I'll just speed up the Great Western Train. Come on, Great Western Train, hurry up. The reason I chose Alton Hall is because I know she's in maroon, so it's not the perfect choice, but she's actually a modern Hornby one, which runs at a similar speed to the 14XX. I do have some Triangle classes as well, but they all run quite a lot faster, and basically they would be dragging the 14XX along, which wouldn't be very easy because the 14XX has got traction tyres on it, and basically that would put a lot of stress onto all the coaches and things. So Alton Hall was the right choice, I think. Pop her there. There we go, perfect. So there we go, there are the first requests. Thank you to the people who sent those in. And now what I'm going to do is just briefly go through and thank everyone who sent in a very generous super chat today already. So let me just go through the list and then I'll move on and show you some other stuff that we got ready to go today. So the 25th of March. So this is everybody who's donated so far today. And of course, these are all going to be entered to win their own Bullman. So we have Ollie Turf 26, Charles Curtis, James Stewart, War Hero, Carl Cromack. I should be reading out these messages actually. So Lucad Hagman says hi. Shine Autis says, here's another super chat for you, Sam. For my next request, could you run the Bachmann Oliver hauling a Titfield Thunderbolt inspired consist? Okay, very cool. Now, it's been a long while since I've watched the Titfield Thunderbolt, so this is going to involve guesswork. But the Titfield Thunderbolt ran on branch lines, didn't she? So she's going to want some small coaches, I think. I believe there was a small coach, maybe a four-wheeled coach, so I might get some of those running for you. But thanks for the request. I'll do my best. It's been a while since I've seen that, but you know, I'll do my best. The Ugly Duck Man says, congrats on 20k subs. Thank you, Ugly Duck Man. Jake Darling says, well done on hitting 20k. In celebration of this, could you run your favourite Bullied Pacific with your favourite coaches? That's a good idea, Jake. Yes, I'll do that. AZ Rail, Stevens Railway sent one. Rob Humphrey says, could you please run a Warship Diesel for my diesel enthusiast friend, Mike Target, please? And hello to Oliver and Imogen, who are glued to the broadcast. Oh, hello, Oliver and Imogen. I've not missed any of you out tonight, so you both get a big shout out straight away. And thank you very much to Rob. I do appreciate your support. That's very kind of you. And also Lee Molson says, thank you for entertaining the live streams on behalf of all your 20k subscribers. Thank you very much, Lee. I really appreciate that. And there's more coming in as I speak now. So everybody that's supporting me tonight, thank you in aid of my 20k. Lucad Hagman sent another one, says, can you run the Bachmann Thomas pulling Biles? Biles? Oh, Billies. Billies? I don't know what Billies are. But thank you for the request. I will get the Bachmann Thomas working, and if I don't figure out what you're trying to ask for there, I will put something suitable on for you. And A's Train says, can you run the Ginty with LMS coaches? So thank you, A. Yes, I will try and do that. It's going to be awkward today because I haven't got a next time to spill over onto, so I'll do as many as I can. If I don't get round to everybody, I'll have to see what I can do for that. But for everybody and your support, thank you so much, and I'll get back to the super chats later on in order to thank everybody. But okay, let me figure out what's coming up next. So let's do a little bit of a chat, and then after that I will show you some very embarrassing, horrible, basically horrendous clips from my very first review, which was actually the mainline Royal Scot, and it's an engine I've still got. She's not a fantastic loco. I don't know why I chose to review her and not any of the other models I had, but I only had around 10 models at the time when this came out. I think this was in 2013, something like that. So anyway, Alex Scott sent a super chat. He says, hi Sam, the Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus again says, congrats Sam, you're my favourite YouTuber. Thank you very much. Again, I don't understand how I can be anybody's favourite YouTuber, but I do appreciate it, so thank you. So Wilbert Production says, favourite Bachmann. I assume you mean the favourite Bachmann model. Oh, I think for me it would be the GCR D11 in this beautiful green. I think she's just fantastic. I've only run her once, I think, and I'm yet to review her. So yes, when I review her, you're going to see her again and you'll know what I mean. AZ Rail says, oh, go on, I'll be a bit nicer, and congrats on 20k. That was in another super chat. Thank you, AZ Rail. I really appreciate that. Andy G13GLA says, what's a banker? So a banker, I don't know if it's still in shot actually, I hope so. No, it's not. Right, a banker is when you have a second locomotive not double heading with the locomotive at the front of the train, so that's what's happening with the Flying Scotsman and the Tornado. But a banker would be where you'd have another loco at the back of the train, so the 14XX, for example, next to the Hall class. So that's all. In model form, it actually isn't very ideal, because if you're running on DC, for example, both engines have to run at the same speeds, and that's difficult to do with DC because you can't control them independently. It's easier to do on DCC, but you know, I get by just about. Generally, if you use a smaller train with some of your best, more stable coaches, it works. But in real life, obviously, because there would be separate crews in each loco, I suppose it would be easier. Although, thinking about it, I bet it would be a challenge, but I'm not too sure. Tanklord99 the boss says, Sam, I bought an old pre-war Hornby Clockwork. Wow, that's fantastic. I believe those were mostly O gauge, weren't they? I don't think Hornby did a lot of Clockwork double O gauge stuff, although I might be wrong. And I should also say a massive shout out to everyone who's been to Alexandra Palace this weekend. It's been the London Festival of Railway Modelling over there, and I've seen the photos. I didn't go, unfortunately, because I've been tied up this weekend, but it looks like a fantastic do. So anyway, if you went there, I hope you had a good time. Send me some photos if you'd like. I love seeing all the different stands. The Hornby stand looked good. My friends from Hatton's were there, and they looked like they had a good stand as well. So I will have to start going to some of these bigger exhibitions. Right, okay, here we go, the big moment. So if you've only just joined, oh, I'm not looking forward to this. So my first review, right, I did my first review in 2013. I didn't have any subscribers, so I wasn't worried about what it looked like, because really no one was going to see it. I didn't ever think I would be showing it on my 20,000 subscriber celebration, simply because I never thought I would get 20,000 subscribers. So I sound strange, my voice sounds unbelievably weird. I didn't know I ever sounded like that, but apparently I did. The camera work is terrible. I've edited it down because it was really long as well and boring. So it's only 3 minutes long now. I've just taken, well, I would say best bits, but they're not good. But I thought, because this is the 20,000 celebration, I thought I would show it to you. Now, this review isn't on YouTube anymore. I'm too embarrassed by it, frankly. So it isn't on YouTube anymore, and it hasn't been for about 2 years. So, oh my goodness me. Right, for the first time in around 2 years then, here it is, a little bit of a taster of my first ever review of the mainline Royal Scot. Strap yourself in. I would say enjoy it, but I don't think that's going to be possible, but it'll give you an insight, and while you're watching, look around the room and see how different things are now. It's amazing how short a period of time can change a room, but yeah, this room has changed a lot. So here we go. I'm procrastinating now, so here we go with a little bit of a clip of my first review. The intro was very different. I used to be called Mr. Sam's Trains in those days, so that's why when you see it. But okay, can't delay it anymore. A little clip of my first review. Here we go. Well guys, hello and welcome back to the very busy and very messy layout. As you can see, it's changed quite a bit from the last layout video that I showed you, and there's just a few issues that I'm going to address about that last video before we get started here. Firstly, as you probably noticed by now, yes, it is a carpet layout, and no, that's not ideal, but obviously with this baby I can keep the track nice and clean, and I do clean it very frequently and make sure there's no dust getting to the precious locomotives. Now I'm going to feature one and just show you one that wasn't in that video, partly because I didn't actually own it at the time when that video was made, but also because obviously it's really lovely. So it's the Royal Scot, BR livery there, which is number 46100, which is also very nice, and she's pulling 3 GWR composite coaches, which are tin plated and very old. This is their Paddington and Bristol, but that's not the original, as you can probably tell. So I'll give you a quick run round, show you her, and then we'll get her off the track and give her a more closer look. Oops, sorry about that. Here we go.
got a lot of you've got a lovely handrail there with the nice red stripes. You've got all the bells and whistles on the top. Nice, not quite a streamlined top there, but it is close enough. Obviously with the famous smoke deflectors there. Deflectors, sorry, not defectors. Anyway, we'll do some more reviews and look at some more locomotives, but I would give it definitely an 8 out of 10. Mainly because it doesn't run particularly well, and it's quite an old little motor in there. But yes, apart from that, it's great. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Well, there you go. I would ask if you enjoyed that, but I guess it's a silly question. But yeah, people complain about my reviews these days, but there used to be something else altogether, much more sinister. I don't know if sinister is the right word, but they weren't very good. Sam'sTrains said it's better than my videos. Oh, come on, I don't think anybody could make something worse than what I've just shown you. Intercity125 says that has really changed. A-Bucket says Mr. Sam'sTrains. Yeah, for some reason I used to be called Mr. Sam'sTrains. I don't know why. I don't think I thought it was funny, but yeah, I thought in the end it was a bit pompous, so I just changed it to Sam'sTrains, make it simpler. But yeah, that's what it used to be called. Mark says that was a great review. I don't think so, Mark. Again, I don't know why I chose to review that particular model, because I had a lot of nicer ones, the Doncaster, for example. I had Mallard at that time, but no, I picked the horrendous. Well, it's not horrendous. It's a nice model, but I had better ones to start with. So why I did that one, I don't know. But I guess the reason would be because I'd probably only just got it, and I would be really proud of myself for stripping it down and cleaning it and servicing it and making it work. So I guess that's why I must have been proud about it. Mobster Bud says it's out of sync. Is it? Let me check. A lot of nicer ones, the Doncaster, for example. Is it out of sync? I can't really tell. Let me turn the quality up a little bit. I can try and fix it if it's out of sync. Let's have a look. Turn the volume up so I can hear it. Right, so the audio is coming a little bit late, isn't it? Hang on, let me fix this. Blah, 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 blah. Advanced audio properties, I think it is. So if I change this down to 350, see, that's right. Yeah, hopefully that'll be a bit better. The problem is it takes 30 seconds to come through, so I'll keep talking. If that's fixed it, then it's fixed it. I'll check again in a second. But again, apologies if the audio is a little bit out of sync. Yeah, it's hard to get this set up. I always do a little test stream before I go, so I'll make sure the audio is okay there, but sometimes it still manages to be wrong on the actual stream. So anyway, Tanmay Santosh Vlog says, I cannot hear your voice. Okay, that's not good. Hopefully that's just a problem at your end and not something that I'm doing. Gonalds1259 says, OOS by about 3 seconds. Oh, I guess that means out of sync. So I've tried to fix that. I'll listen again in a second and see if that's any better. Harry Todd Hunter says, give me tendies. We had this last time. What is this give me tendies? If someone could explain, that would help. So let's see. Havoc Kiresi says the footage wasn't that bad. Really? Do you think it wasn't that bad? I thought it was awful, but I guess when you watch videos of yourself, you always think it's worse than it is. Right, let me have another listen to this audio. It's even further out now. Right, so hang on. The audio needs to come later then, doesn't it? I think I've made it worse. Let's change this to 600. That's just a guess. I'm not going to be able to get this perfect, by the way, but if I can get it closer to what it needs to be, then that will do. But English Train Spotter 2018 sent a super chat and says, how much money was it? I hope you'd like the money. Oh, thank you very much. I guess you mean to send a request. If you want to send a request, it is £5, and I will do it on my layout. I'm sorry to put sort of barriers in there, but if I made it £1, there would be too many people doing it, and I'd never get to everybody, which of course defeats the object a little bit. Finn Does Stuff says, hiya. Intercity125 says, Love Me Tender is the Thomas the Tank Engine Season 20 vid. Oh, okay. So if that's on YouTube, I'll look it up and see if I can listen to it. Sonic and Tails X says, I have to go, but I see you next time, Sam. Bye. Okay, bye. Have a nice evening. I'm going to listen again now and see if we're still out of sync. Okay, William Town says, have you ever considered going to the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway? Well, that is not one that I've ever been to before, I don't think, but it does sound good, so I will take a look at that. Tam May Santosh Vlog says, I still can't hear your voice. Okay, so if anyone else could confirm whether or not it's okay, that would be great. Nurse Noodle says the video is about a second late. Yeah, that's true. I'm trying to work on that. I am offsetting it a little bit more, see if I can fix it. The videos are coming, will be drowned, says the Ugly Duck Man. Oh, blimey. Let's see what I've got to do next. Right, so we're going to... Actually, it'd be good if I could sit here. So what I'll do is I'll stay sitting here and do some Wall of Fame stuff, and I can keep checking the audio and see if I can get it right. Thank you all for bearing with me on that. It's pretty annoying, to be honest. I don't know why the sync goes wrong. I always spend time getting it right, and then the next time I come on, it's wrong again. If anybody knows why that happens, let me know. I certainly don't know myself, but I will try and fix it. Okay, so some Wall of... Ooh, not dropping it. Wall of Fame stuff then. So here's one from Sam N, who sent... Let's see here. Let me see if I can get the name. It looks like Toby. Toby's easy. But then there's a DMU from Thomas and Friends. So would that be Daisy? I know there is a Daisy. Whether that's her or not, I don't know. Maybe. She's a DMU. So if anyone can confirm that, that would be good. We've got Samby1350, who sent in this. It looks like a Flying Scotsman, probably, and also a Hornby Pocket Rocket, an 040. So thank you for that. That's absolutely fantastic. William S sent in this. This is his collection, and it's probably a bit too small to see the different engines and things, but you can see them all lined up there. He's got quite a varied collection of DMUs and diesels, mostly diesels it looks like, but there are some steamers in there I can see, so that's awesome. I'm just going to have another listen, see if we've managed to get this synced or not. Let's have a listen. But then there's a DMU from Thomas and Friends, so would that be Daisy? We're close, we're close. When I re-upload this, it's going to be a lot of editing to get the audio synced. But anyway, let me know in the chat if that's better. It is getting better. And James Stewart says, yes, it's Daisy. So, okay, that's good. Let me keep this going. I'm going to keep the stream playing so I can just turn the volume up and listen to it again. So yeah, it was Daisy. That's good. Oh, I got something right. So Robert T sent this, and this is something he made. It says Sam's Trains, and I think this was for my 20,000. Yes, you can see there's a number 20,000 on the engine there. So that's fantastic, Robert. Thank you very much for that. There's also this one from Lucas. It looks like he's got some kind of Class 31 with a 125 HST behind it. The 31, if that's what it is, looks like it's at a bit of a funny angle. Looks like it might have derailed or something, so oops, I hope you sorted that out, Lucas, but thank you for sending the photo. That's fantastic. Lancashire Rail Production sent in these, and he obviously knows me because he's got the beautiful Bullard Pacific there on the left, and then on the right it looks like a standard 5, so absolutely lovely. And there's something else in the shot there, looks like a wagon or a van or something. Can't quite tell what that is, but anyway, it looks like a nice layout. Those engines were in the shed. Justin, now what is this? It looks like a modified logo of some sort from Justin, but yeah, it looks like he's repainted it or something, which is something that I haven't got enough skill to do, so well done for doing that, Justin. But yeah, it looks cool. It looks like some sort of LMS 460, but it's very hard to tell because it's been repainted, but I like that. It's always great when people experiment with things. Okay, so Jamie S sent in this one. It looks like he's got one of those Lima Blister locos, one of the Italian locos there, and then we've got a more conventional 460, Great Western 460, so that's awesome. Thank you for sending that, Jamie. Then we have this one. This one says 20,000 subscribers. Well done, Sam, from Greg. So thank you for that, Greg. That's fantastic. You've managed to pick a Great Western 460. It says Lodestar, so that is a star class, and I think Lodestar was the first star class, wasn't she? So that's beautiful. Then we've got George D, who sent in this. This is one of those GWR, is it an 800 class? Something like that. Lovely high-speed train anyway, from modern times. Then we've got Benedict F, who sent in this picture of a 14XX, number 1466. I love the creative framing of that one, so well done with that, Benedict. That's lovely. Thanks for sending that. And then this one really impressed me. This one was from Ian P, and I won't read what he's put, but it's a terrier that he's painted. Really, really beautiful. He sent me a scan of this. It's Piccadilly, a beautiful terrier in LBSC Umber, or is it considered LBSC Umber, or is it Stroudley's Improved Engine Green? I'm not sure, but it looks very lovely. So I thought I'd print a bigger one so that you could all appreciate the quality of that painting. And then another quality painting for you. This one is from Luca. who I think is nearly 7 or something like that. Let me see, I got this written down. I don't know, but I think he is 7, Luca. So there we go, that is his drawing. I've had 2 kids today that have been nearly 7, so it's confused me a bit. But anyway, this is Tornado with some, I think it's Pullman coaches. Yeah, with some British Pullman coaches. So thank you for that, Luca, that was fantastic. I really do like your drawings there, so that's awesome. I'll have one more fiddle then with the audio sync. Go on, let's see if I can do it. Let's set it to 1. I think I went too far in the end, didn't I? So let's see if that's better. Right, okay, so I'm going to go for a little bit of a break. What I need to do actually is figure out who is going to be next on the request list. So I have War Hero, who wanted to do the E4. Was it the E4? Yeah, the E4. Shine Oliver, let me hang on. I can't read my own writing, that's a problem, isn't it? So no, it was Shine Ortis who says, here's another super chat for you. My next request, could you run the Backman Oliver hauling a Titfield Thunderbolt? Yes, sure. Again, I don't really know what a Titfield Thunderbolt consist would be. I know the film, but it's been a long while since I've seen the film. So I think some small 4-wheeled coaches would be good with that. And then the final one was Jake Darlin, who says, well done on hitting 20,000 subs. In celebration of this, could you run your favourite Bully Pacific with your favourite coaches? Yes, I will do that. So thank you to everyone for your support so far. I will get back on in 5 minutes and thank everyone else who sent super chats in the meantime. But I'll be back in 5. I'll put those requests on and I'll be back with you in just a second. So thank you all for coming. I'll see you. Whoops, I've dropped my pen. I'll be back in just a few. All right, see you in a moment. Alright folks, that's all sorted out. I'm back a second early just so I can have another fiddle with this audio sync and see if we can put this to 1200 and see if that's better. Shall I do a clap? Although I'm not going to probably have the volume up when I do the clap. So anyway, talk. Hello, hello. There we go. Alright, I'll look at that in a second then and we'll figure out what's going on. So anyway, I've put some requests out. Let me show you them. Oh, they're out of shot. Superb. Let me move those. In fact, I'll just listen to my voice. Hang on. Right. While I'm listening to this, I'll move the engines into shot for you. Okay, actually, that looks pretty good. So let me know in the chat, is the audio a bit better now? I think I've managed to get it. Normally, I only have to offset the audio about 0.4 seconds or something like that. And now it's at 1.2 seconds offset, which is a massive difference. So yeah, why it's being so dodgy, I don't know. But anyway, War Hero says he got his first E4 today. I don't know whether he got it at the Alexandra Palace exhibition. I don't think he said. But he asked me if I'd run mine, so there it is on the outer line. Then Shine Ortis asked for Oliver to run the Titfield Thunderbolt train. Now, I don't have a picture of the Titfield Thunderbolt with me right now. If I had more time, I would have looked it up and checked, but I remember that it's a branch line train, so I've put some of these small 4-wheeled coaches on. Not the LMS ones, and of course the reason he wants Oliver is of course because the engine in the Titfield Thunderbolt was a 14XX. Before I believe it broke down or got destroyed or something like that. Yes, I think it got ruined or something. So yeah, that was quite dramatic. And then of course whoever I think it was Jake Darlin who asked for my favourite engine, which is of course the Bully Pacific. So I've put this one on in the early BR green, and this one is Camelford with my favourite coaches, and I picked then the Southern coaches, which go with her nicely anyway. So thank you for those requests. Let's get this going. Oh, forwards if you will, Mr. E4. And then Oliver, who hasn't done much running on my channel yet, so he's just itching to go. And of course Camelford, which is actually a West Country class. So yeah, normally I would run the Merchant Navy when someone asked me last time to run my favourite. So this time I've gone with the West Country. So yeah, hopefully that's nice. Let me film some of these go. So here comes Oliver. We might even see his eyes moving. That would be nice. Can you see his eyes moving? Yeah, just about. Being followed there by my favourite. So thank you to War Hero, Shine Ortis and Jack Darling for your requests. That's the ones I'm running right now. Let me give you a wave, there you go. And we might get all 3 engines together in the same shot there. Yes, there we go, that's the big moment. And let's get the E4. I might have actually called that an E2 a second ago. That's the kind of mistake I might make. I don't know whether I did do that, but if I did, of course I meant E4. Thank you very much to Ron Iter1 who says, Grats with your 20k subscribers, could you run the Prussian G3 locomotive with a consist of POR themed wagons? I'm not sure what POR themed wagons means, I'm afraid, but I can put some wagons on it for you, that's for sure. There goes Oliver, just missed him there, he's disappeared out the front. And there goes Camelford. The E4. Let's go back over here. And we'll watch the E4 again, shall we? And then we'll bring these to a stop. Come on E4, show yourself. We don't like looking at a blank screen. Where are you, love? There we go. And I love this E4. It's actually the only E4 I've got, although Bachmann did produce quite a number of them. There's a southern version. I think there might be a black version, which actually is very, very attractive. I really like the southern black, or it might have been BR black that they did. If I'm thinking of the right engine, I might not be. But yes, it wasn't just the Umber one. But at the time, I thought the Umber was the most unusual of the liveries available, so that's why I went with it. But yeah, there are a number of them available. And actually the price has come quite low on the E4s now, which is quite good. So if you want to pick one up, I think they're still available. Okay, let's bring these to a stop then, and I'll take these off. In fact, shall I take them off in front of you? Yeah. And then when I come to do the next round of requests, it will be a little bit quicker. But what I will say now is, because we get into 22, I won't be able to take any more requests today to run in this show. If you still want to super chat and if you still want to enter for Bullman, that's still okay. You can still do that. But you know, feel free to donate if you want to. My channel will really appreciate it, and you'll be keeping me in business. But it looks as though I'm running out of time now to do new requests. So to avoid disappointment, don't send me any more requests unless you want to, unless you don't mind when I get to do them. But it won't be in today's show if you send any more now, I don't think. So anyway, thank you very much to everyone for your support, but especially these three who sent in these requests. So let me grab these off. I'm going to put the E4 somewhere safe because she's quite fragile. I don't want to get her damaged. Grab these two Southern coaches, which I also really like, by the way. Those were the lighter green Southern coaches, and the one that Camelford's got are the more sort of, I don't know if you call them olive green, but yeah, they're certainly more like it. I think Maunsell coaches is the right word for them. They were the coaches that Richard Maunsell presumably designed. Let me just take Camelford off then. There we go. And I'll put her up on the shelf where she won't get knocked around. There we go, perfect. And let me grab the Camelford coaches. I was in a bit of a rush, so I'm sorry I only put 3 coaches on there. That's a bit of a pathetic train, really, isn't it? But anyway, hopefully it was still nice to see. So there we go. That's that. And what I've actually got to do now, I don't know if I'll do it now, but I've got to write out some of the other entries for the Bullman competition. So as you know, I am giving away a Bullman today. Here he is. He's called Bilious, and I've got everybody's name. Let me show you. Everybody's name is in this container who sent super chats, but of course I hadn't got a chance to print out the super chats that came in today, so I'm going to have to write them out. And here they are. I've got a bit of paper to write those out. If I can find my pen, I don't know what I've done with my pen. Oh, I dropped it, that's right. So there we go. What I'm also going to do is just listen, see if the audio sync is still okay. Here he is. He's called Bilious. Yeah, the audio sync isn't too bad my end now, so hopefully that's okay. What did I have to do next? Right, yes, I am going to do some snups later on if I get chance. But today what I think I'm going to have to do is, right now what I'm going to do is write up some of the entries for the competition. So this might not be all that interesting. I apologise if it's not, but you know, it is what it is. I don't want to miss anybody out. So here we have Charles Curtis. I'm just going to abbreviate them so I'm not here all day. So Charles C, I'm going to fold them in half because they're all folded in half, just so that I can't cheat while I'm drawing them out. We've got James Stewart. Wasn't there an actor called James Stewart? I don't know if I'm thinking about the right person. He was in the Glenn Miller story, wasn't he? War Hero. Hero. We also have War Hero sent another one. He says, I got my E4 from Rails of Sheffield since I live in the USA. Mine's the BR Black, and I have some LMS coaches as well. Here's to another 20k subs, and he sent another super chat. Thank you so much, War Hero. That's really, really kind of you. Very nice. Thank you, War Hero. And you got the BR Black one, which I think is beautiful. So that means there is a BR Black one then. I was right. Good. Carl C. I will just put C so I'll know who it was. If it's written in pen, it's one that's come through today, so it'll be quite easy to find. Andrew Keeley. I know Andrew's got a few requests in already because... he's got a few entries in already because he's sent super chats basically every week. So thank you for your support, Andrew. We have Lucad Hagman. I'll just put Lucad H for ease of use. Then we have Shine Ortis, who again I think has got quite a few entries already. because he's again been really supportive this whole time. We've got the Ugly Duckman, Ugly D, that's quite suggestive, isn't it? Let's not go there. Jake Darling, of course. Again, Jake has got loads of entries already, so I would like it to be someone that's donated a lot, but I haven't got any control over that. I'm going to be drawing someone at random. And then, of course, once I've done the draw, once I've chosen who it's going to be, I will contact you if possible, but if I can't contact you for any reason, you'll want to contact me. And you've got until tomorrow morning to get in touch. Stevens Railway. And if by tomorrow morning I haven't heard from you, I'll draw somebody else and get it off, because I don't want to mess around. I want the winner to have him as quickly as possible. So we've got Rob Humphreys, and it'd be nice if Rob could win it for his kids, of course, so fingers crossed. Lee Molson again, and again Lee has been really supportive this whole time, so thank you, Lee. Lucad H again, who's already got one. I'm limiting it to 2 requests a week, because there are people who sent in loads, and I think it's a bit unfair if they have, you know, just keep sending 50p at a time and get loads of entries. So I've limited it to 2, but I've said that. I told people that I was doing that, so it's not unfair to say that. The Imperial, I'll just put the Imperial D. There we go. What a name that is. D. There we are, to save time. And then Lolsus for you. Lolsus for you, what does that mean? For you, these are the people I don't think I've seen yet. He says, can you do Mallard pulling all Bullman goods train, please? Okay, yes, I will put the Bullmans together again. Alex Scott says, hi Sam. Hi Alex, thank you very much for your support. AZ Rail sent another one. There you go. Sorry about this, by the way, this can't be very interesting to watch. But it's got to be done, because I like to be fair as possible in these competitions. We've got Deltic Dan. I'll put Deltic D. He says he brought a Bachmann Sound Deltic yesterday. Oh wow, that's fantastic. I bet it cost you a fair bit, mind. I think that review was worth a super chat, says Northern Soul Express. I don't think it was, but thank you very much, Callum. I do appreciate that. And Nyrate Goal again. He says, sorry, Same. Going to have to watch this stream later. Have to mind a rather sick friend. Can you run the J36 being pulled by Billions? I guess you mean, I don't know, Billions? Not too sure. Anyway, that's Nyrate. I hope your friend gets better anyway. It's always sad to hear that people aren't well. But with such a generous carer, I'm sure he will get well. And Rotin Nerty, I don't know how you spell that. Let's see this. R-N-R-O-N-I-N-T-E-R. 1. There we go. And to anybody else, the competition is now closed. So as always, I do appreciate any more super chats you guys want to send, but for now they won't be entered into Bullman. So I did get a couple more. We had Daniel Pulley. You managed to just squeeze in. And War Hero squeezed in. But from now on, anybody who sends them isn't going to be entered for Bullman, because I'm going to be doing the draw in just a second. So there we go. War Hero is the last one, and because there's a 30-second delay, I will check one more time just to double check. Yes, that's that. So I'm going to do the draw in just a second or two. So again, you know, it is a competition. I'm sorry that everybody can't win. I've tried to be fair and give everybody a shout out. There can, of course, be only one winner. So if you don't win, don't feel bad. But hopefully the winner will enjoy having their own Bullman. And I'm going to pick it now. So what should I do? I should probably not look, should I? And I'm going to make sure that nobody's complaining about the sound, just in case there's a problem for this section. I don't want to mess this up. No one's complaining about the sound. And Andy G13GLA says Sam needs an assistant to write up the super chats. Yes, that would have been nice, but no, I'm doing it on my own, single manning it. But that's all right. So I'm going to try not to look while I do this, because I can see some of the names. So where shall I look? I'll look into the camera creepily and do this. All right, I'm going to grab a name. Okay, I've got one. And it is Taggart 00, Taggart 00. There we go. There's a name, just in case you don't believe me. Out of focus. Can you see it? It's Taggart 00. So if you're watching Taggart, send me a message on, it'll have to be on YouTube, because otherwise people will pretend it's them on Facebook and things. I will try and find your channel and send you a message, but not all channels do have a message. And I tell you what I will do is I will draw a second person just in case Tag Art can't claim the prize for any reason. So I'm going to draw somebody else, and if this is you, don't contact me or anything like that. You haven't won anything, but if Tag Art 00 doesn't get in touch, then you might. So be on standby. So this is the runner-up who hasn't actually got a prize, but if something happens and Tag Art 00 doesn't get in touch, then this is who won. So this is Sonic Crafter #Speedcraft. So if anything goes wrong and the first prize winner doesn't claim the prize, then I'll be sending it to you. So be on standby this week and I'll send you a message. But yeah, that's it for the competition. Thank you very much to everyone who entered. You've all done wonders for my channel, and you're keeping me here. You're keeping me doing what I love. So thank you very much to everybody. What I'll do now then is a little bit of a snup section. So let me get snups sorted out for you, because people said they like seeing snups. So here we go then with a little bit of snups. I'm going to do what I did last time and go on to my followers and see if anybody's got anything interesting to see here. So I'm going to scroll down a bit. Oh, in fact, I saw Benedict. I think Benedict was asking for me to do some stuff. So here we go. He's got a shelf called Sunday Afternoon S, whatever that means. So here's Percy. It says it's called James Photo Bombing. And yes, I can see James in the background there. So James obviously can't help but be in the shots. So that's cool. Who else have we got? I'm trying to think about people I haven't shown already. We've got Anthony Wong, who's got some tin plate trains. Oh, this is interesting. So he's got Lionel, I don't know how you say that. Lionel? I'll say Lionel. It says 1925. Lionel pre-war, 248 with 3 passenger cars. Fantastic. What a piece of vintage model railroading that is. And look at that too. Look at the big bulb as well. That's crazy. So thank you, Anthony, for sharing those with us. Those are really, really cool. Let's head back to my followers list. Let's do another one. What I do want to do more, but we've only got 10 minutes left, and I'm conscious that I've got quite a few more requests to do. So I'll just choose one more. I'll try and be fair and show someone that I don't think I've shown before. I don't think I've shown Daniel Pulley before. Could be wrong, but let's take a look. Let's see here. Evening Star. Oh, this looks nice. So this says Evening Star and Marks and Spencer set. Oh right, I didn't know Marks and Spencer's did train sets after the 1950s. They did a Triang set. I think the first Rovex set was Marks and Spencer's, but I wasn't aware that they'd done it since. But thank you for sharing that, Daniel. What else have you got? Let's see here. Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that's the Lima Junior model. It's an 060 shunter from the Lima Junior range. Super inexpensive. It says this was a purchase after watching a YouTube review, and it was brought from the Hornby website for £27. Brand new with lights, DCC fitted. That is incredible for £27. Hell, I think I'll have to get one for that kind of money. But yeah, thank you to those people for sharing their stuff, of course, on Snups. And if I ever do any more live streams, which I'm hoping to, I will show some more Snups accounts on there, because I know it's quite interesting to see what other people have been up to. So keep going with Snups. This isn't the end of the Snups viewings. I will do some more Snups one day. And I might even do a video based on it, who knows. If you want me to do that, click the like button, let me know in the comments after this stream's finished, and I can do more Snup stuff. But okay, let me figure out what Super Chats have to go next then, Super Chat requests that is. Because we've only got 10 minutes and I don't really know how many more they've got to do. So let's see here. Where was the last one I did? Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Okay, so we did Jake Darling last. So the next one will be Rob Humphreys, who says, please could you run a Warship diesel? Yeah, there we go. And another shout out to Oliver and Imogen, who he says are glued to the broadcast. So hello again, Oliver and Imogen. There's a second little shout out for you. Okay, so Lucad wanted to see the Bachmann Thomas, and I should know what Billy's means. What will he meant by Billy's? I'm not sure. I'll try and think of something to put with the Bachmann Thomas. Thank you anyway, Lucad. And then Sam'sTrains wants to see the Ginty plus some LMS coaches. So I'll set the camera down to the front and we'll go and do those straight away, and on my way I'm going to grab those LMS coaches. So I'll see you in just a second. You can see where I've dumped those four-wheeled wagons there. So I'll be there in just a tick. I'm going to grab, well, it's a Ginty, so let's not go overboard, shall we? So just 3 coaches, because I don't want to stress out my Ginty. So that's for Sam'sTrains. Let me bring that in. So, some LMS coaches. It's been, how long has it been since I've ran a Ginty? A long time. For some reason my Ginty isn't running too well, and I do strip her down every year or so and give her a good service and clean and everything, but yeah, she's not too smooth, so I don't know whether she's just worn. She is one of the first locos I ever got. You know, she's not bad. It's not like, I don't think she's going to give up the ghost, let's say, but yeah, she's not as smooth as she used to be, let's put it that way. But hopefully she'll be alright today. If she breaks down on the stream, I'll have to eat my words there, but let's just see if she's going to run. Hopefully she will. Actually, you probably won't be able to detect anything wrong there through the camera, but I can just hear a little bit of grinding as though something isn't quite meshing properly, but anyway. Okay, so Rob Humphreys wanted the warship. Oh, now you're asking. I think the easiest one for me to get to will be the maroon one, although having said that, I can't see it. I'm just rootling through my diesel drawer, see if I can find it. No, it must be in the other drawer. Sorry about this. Let me see if I can spot it. So, oh yeah, I've got it. So I'm going to grab the maroon warship, which has the name the Cambrian. And actually I think this is my favourite of the two warships, and I suppose it will also match the LMS Ginty quite nicely. Now, Rob didn't say what he wanted to see run with the warship, but I will run it with something. Let's put the, I don't know, let's put these southern coaches on. Really, I think the warships were western region, weren't they? But I'll stick some southern coaches on there. Not very prototypical, but in the interests of time, I think these will do the trick. I suppose really those Great Western coaches would have been a better choice though, and they're not far away, so I could have done that, but never mind. He asked for the warship, he didn't specify rolling stock. I don't think he did. Let's check the warship works then. Yep, she's working. And then of course we wanted Lucad. Hagman asked for the Bachmann Thomas, so I'll have to grab the Bachmann one. Unfortunately I can see the Hornby one. Oh no, I've got it. And he said with some billies. Now, oh, billies, do you think he meant Bullmans? I don't know. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll grab Annie and Clarabelle and I'll stick Bullman on the end, okay? That'll do it. And that'll be my Bullman. Taggart 00 has won Bilious. If anybody wasn't there for the prize draw, Taggart 00, that's it, TAGGART00. He has won Bullman. So he's going to be getting that. I'm going to be posting that in the morning. Right, so Annie and Clarabelle. I believe Annie faces the forwards like this, and Clarabelle faces the back so that she's smiling. Again, if I got that wrong, I do apologise. And as I said, I'm going to stick Bullman on the back there. Okay, so I'm sorry, Taggart, that I didn't know what you meant by Billies. I think it might have been an autocorrect from Bullman's, so I've put Bullman on as a guess. If you didn't mean that, I do apologise, but I did manage to get the Bachmann Thomas for you. So there goes the Bachmann Thomas, there goes the Bachmann Warship, and there goes the LMS Ginty. So again, massive thank yous for all those requests. Again, we're getting through quite a few of them today. But that's all right, I don't mind doing requests, and I figured as much. I figured there might be a few, so I didn't plan to do very much else. There goes Bullman then, just blitzing past there, as well as the warship, of course, and if we just head underneath the bookcase, you'll be able to see them go by. There we go. The Ginty's all right so far, touch wood. Let's touch some wood. Yeah, she seems okay. There we go. All the locos seem to have been running pretty much together today. The ones that are in the same direction anyway. We've got the warship and Thomas running pretty much side by side, although that might not be true now when they get back towards the front. But let's see. No, it looks like Thomas has just pulled in the lead. I suppose that's because of Bullman's help at the back there. And if we just check in, oh, you can see the Ginty's disappeared there at the back. Let's follow the Ginty round then, and let's do a lap with the Ginty just so that... who was it? Sam'sTrains gets to see the Ginty. So thank you, A, for this. Let's have a look. Let's see how she does on Gordon's Hill. Although 3 coaches really shouldn't be too much of a challenge for her. But no, actually, to say that I was rude about her, sorry about that, Ginty, to say that I said that she wasn't running great, she's not running all that badly, is she? She looks pretty happy to me. It may be just a case of me needing to run her more often. That probably is it. So anyway, hello, better do my wave. I'm going to head down to the front then and bring these to a stop, and I don't know how many more requests I've still got to do, but I will whip these off. Tell you what, just to save time, I'll whip the first ones off. There we go. Let's grab Thomas. Try not to knock the warship off as she goes by. Grab Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle and put those to one side. And Bullman, of course. Come on, Thomas. Let's grab the warship. What I'll do is, just in case I haven't got 3 more, I'll leave the Ginty on for the time being. But if it turns out there are 3 more to do, I'll have to move her, of course. And what I actually did during the break, or was it during the review, I popped the Tornado and the Flying Scotsman into the siding, and that's the reason why I'm not using the sidings at the moment. Otherwise that would be a convenient place to just stick the Ginty for 5 minutes. But no, the sidings are already full. So anyway, let's just have another double check then. And again, I can't believe how generous everybody's been tonight with the super chats. There's loads and loads come through, so thank you everybody. You know, it's crazy. I never thought, you know, when I first enabled the super chat, I thought, well, I might get 1 or 2, but amazingly, people have really taken to it. So I can't thank you enough. I really can't. YouTube isn't the best paying hobby in the world. Well, job. It's a living for me. So this stuff really does help. I mean, I'm not kidding. Okay, so let's see. So we got the warship done. Lucad's Thomas, Sam'sTrains with the Ginty. Okay, so Lolsus for you. I better write that one down. Lolsus for you wants to see the A4, Mallard A4 specifically. So I'll probably grab the Wren one because she's on DC. And she wants Bullman, or he, I assume it's a he, I'm not sure. And blah, 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 blah. Just having a look. Northern Soul Express, didn't leave a request. Oh right, so Nyrate Goal wants to see the J36. Now what is the J36? Have I got a J36? Let's just Google the J36. I believe Hornby are yet to release the J36. So I don't know what I can really do about that, Nyrate. I'll tell you what, if anybody wants to remind me, when Hornby released their J36, remind me. In fact, you could remind me, Nyrate or Lego Trains. Remind me and I will run it just for you. I'll give you a shout out in the review. How about that? So, okay, so Ronita. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't say that name. Roninether 1 wants to see the Prussian engine with some wagons. So I don't know how many wagons I've got that have got the same couplings, but that will be interesting. And then we have, that was it. Okay, cool. Okay, so let me do that. I will, yeah, shall we do it straight away? Might as well do it straight away. So what have we got? So we need a mallard, and I'll grab the Wren mallard. Now, yeah, I know the Hornby Railroad mallard is actually nicer. Well, I don't know if you want to say nicer. It's more detailed, put it that way. But unfortunately, she is DCC fitted, and for these live streams, it's just quicker if I run my DC only engines. So I have got mallard though. This is the Wren one, and actually she's good and powerful. And you wanted to see her run with the Bullman train, so I will do that. Let me just make sure she's railed up. And again, I don't really run the Wren engines too often, and I don't know why, because I love to run them. Oh, you can hear that. She's a real noisy one. Okay, so let's put some Bullmans on there, and this is the last time my current range of Bullmans are all being together. I do have 10 of them, but only, I think, 5 perhaps have their own wagon to sit on. So yes, I've got to find some more Lomax in the coming years, but as I say, I'm only planning to give away 1 or 2 every year, so it's not an urgent thing to get some more Lomax, but yeah, certainly a couple of years down the line I will want to get some more, if I'm still here. Right, so here we go, Bullman number 2. Go on you get. And then we've got this one. This is a very unique Bullman, because this one's actually got horns. It's a real bull, I suppose. Oh, in fact, no, they've all got horns, but that one's, well, I don't want to say what it's got, but it's got something that indicates that it's a male, shall we say that. I won't say any more, but whoever wins it, if you turn him upside down, if you really want to, if you want to have a look, you will see what I'm talking about. Okay, and then of course we need the Prussian engine, which I think is a G1 or a G4, something like that. And he wants some wagons. I didn't really understand what, he did specify what kind of wagon, but I didn't understand, so I'm sorry about that. But here she is. And this is I think my only Fleischmann locomotive, which is a shame because I like the Fleischmann stuff. It all seems to be high quality. And I'm just going to see if I can spot some wagons which have the same couplings on them, and I have spotted some. Right. Now, some of these wagons have never run before on this channel. I showed them actually in my first ever episode of this live streaming series. I bought a big crate of them for about, what was it, £60 or something like that. Yeah, it was crazy. So this is some of them which have the European style couplings, and I'm going to move Mallard out the way just so that I can do that. And I think they have the same kind of coupling. So here's a wagon. This is a tanker, a total tanker. There you go. And yes, it has coupled. This is an Avia tanker. I think I said that right. Again, slightly different size, slightly different coupling too, but hopefully it will be okay. Excuse me. Got a bit of a sore throat today, don't know why. Okay, that one's coupled. We've got this Maersk, if you say it like that, I'm not too sure. That one's not a tanker, of course. And then at the back we've got a Schwacht 2000, obviously some kind of fuel tanker, not absolutely sure. But that's coupled, so let's get that started. There we go. Out of shot, I'm going to start up Mallard with the Bullman train, which I love to see. And of course, we'll leave the Ginty on and let her do a little bit more running. Might as well, otherwise the outside line is going to be empty. So let's have one last run, and actually, I guess this will be the last run of the series. So let me give you a wave. There you go, there's a wave. There go the Bullmans. Actually, they're going at an alarming speed. If they derail, we're going to have beef everywhere. Bits of cow mangled all over the line. Let's not go there, but hopefully they'll be stable enough to stay on the line. But yeah, fingers crossed, please, that they don't derail. That speed is really quite worrying. Right, let's find out where the others have got to. They seem to have all fled. I would have fled as well. Oh no, I can see them. Hang on, if we stick you on this camera, there you go. I can't get over those Bullmans. It's like a Bullman parade, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay, there's the LMS Ginty. We need to find the Prussian engine. It's a little bit curious that I can't... Oh, no, I can see her, I can see her. I thought for a second that she may have derailed and disappeared somewhere, but no, she's still going, so that's good. Let me leave it on this shot then. Hello, wave again. There it goes, you can see it on the third line there, just heading underneath the bookcase. And if I change the camera at the right moment, you should see her just slip underneath this webcam here. The third line hasn't got great coverage, unfortunately, on these live streams. But if I leave the camera there, you'll be able to see. There we go. And if I head down to the front, hopefully the Prussian engine will appear. L-Train says, I wish Mark would come back just because of Harry. Oh, has Mark had to go? Well, that's all right. I think he said he was having to go somewhere. Mark's had a busy weekend, old Mark Mod. He was at the London Festival of Railway Modelling. And I'm a touch jealous of him, actually. Don't anybody tell him this. But I wish I could have gone. I think I'll go to Worley this year. If anybody wants to meet me there, I've heard good things about Worley. So, yeah, if anyone recommends it, I'm thinking about going. Right, let's stop these then. Let me bring Mallard to a stop very, very carefully, because we don't want any Bullman deaths. There we go. And one of those lucky Bullmans, I think it was the second one here, is going to be going to Taggart 00. I don't know which country he's from. But yeah, Bullman's going on a trip, or Bilius, as I should say, is going on a trip. So there we go. There are the final 3 requests of this series, and as always, thank you very much to everybody who's donated via Super Chat this series, everyone who's sent in a request, and even if you haven't, you know, Super Chatted me, just thank you for being here, thank you for watching, thank you for supporting, and thank you for being one of my 20,000 subscribers if you are. That's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so let's have one final little chat then before I give you some hints and tips, well not tips, but some hints about what's coming up next week on my channel. So Sam'sTrains says, will you go to the Swansea Railway show this year? I don't particularly, no, I don't know, but to be fair, it's a little bit out of my way, so I wouldn't expect so, no. But I'd like to try to visit some more of these model railway shows. Harry Todd Hunter says, Sam, I'm telling Mark. Okay, fair enough. He's going to find out anyway. I expect he might watch this later on. Adam Rushton says, goodbye, Sam. Okay, you're off, Adam. See you later. Daniel Sanders says, Sam, I'd love to stay and watch, but I'm going to hang out with a friend of mine today, so he's got to get ready. Good luck. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Thank you for watching anyway. We're basically done now. Question, when will the series return? Well, there's a choice really. I might do another series over the summer, or I might just scrap the series thing and just do a couple of streams every month, because that way it means if I don't you know, if I'm not around one Sunday, it doesn't matter, I can do it the next week. And that way I just do a couple of months. It means I haven't got to do a 5-week run, which is quite stressful because I've got to think of things to do, and you know, it's quite a lot of work on a Sunday to get all this stuff set up. So if I just do 1 a month or 2 a month some months, that might be an easier way to do it. Let me know in the comments, would you rather me do just a couple or 1 a month, or do you prefer them to be a run of 5 and then a few months gap? Let me know. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm leaning towards doing 1 or 2 a month. I think that would be nice. Killer Who Loves Hornby says, good stream, Sam. Thank you, glad you enjoyed it. There have been a couple of technical difficulties this time with the audio sync and things. I don't know what it's like now, just out of interest. Let's listen. Yeah, it's okay again now. I'll have to, well, I would say work on that, but I check that it's okay before I start every time, but it seems to go south every time. Thanks for getting me into the hobby, says Modeler 2016, that's good. ECML Man says, shout out please. I think he's managed to have a shout out pretty much every episode. Harry Todd Hunter says, bye Sam, hope you get the tendies. Rob Humphrey says, Sam's Trains live roadshow next please, visit Llangollen. That sounds good. I would love to visit some more places, as I say, and you know, if I go on holiday some places, who knows, I might go and visit some more railways, and I'll take my camera with me if I do, put it that way. What is that Fleischmann engine? It's a Prussian engine according to the request. It's either a G1 or a G4. I think it's a G4, but I'm not sure. It's an 060 tender engine anyway. I bought it fairly cheap on eBay, and I haven't reviewed it yet. I don't know if I'm going to review it because it's not in superb condition. It's quite old, and some of the handrails and things are missing on it. I think when I bought it I was a bit disappointed, and that the seller managed to give me a few pounds back because he said it was mint and it wasn't when it came. There's glue marks on it and things. It's not bad, and it's nice to run. It runs very well, but yeah, it's not in perfect condition, and I don't really like showing off models that are broken because you know, it's probably unfair for the manufacturer if I'm showing stuff that's broken and it wasn't me that broke it, or it wasn't broken on arrival. And yeah, it's just it's hard to review something that's damaged because obviously they're not damaged from the factory, but mine's not perfect, so it's a whole kettle of fish. But I will do anyway one day. Full Steam Ahead says once or twice a month. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing with these streams, rather than having series, just do 1 or 2 a month. Graham Ness says I love trains, and Norfolk and Western 611 says shout out please. And Harry Todd Hunter says if you're ever up north you should visit the NRM Shildon. Okay, alright, that's a good one, I'll bear that one in mind, thank you. It's Train Fun says how old are you exactly? I'm 22, I was 22 in February. And okay, well, you guys are saying your things, I'm going to give you a few little tips, not tips, why do I keep saying tips? A few hints on what videos I've got coming up next week. So on Wednesday I've got another tank engine review. I won't say anything more than that, but I love reviewing tank engines, and a lot of people say in the comments they like watching tank engine reviews, so that'll be fun. Then on Saturday I've got a review of a real classic locomotive, one that gets asked of me quite a lot. But it's one that I've never actually properly reviewed, so that's coming on Saturday. And then on Sunday, now what date is it on Sunday? Oh, I don't know. But there's quite an unusual video coming on Sunday, to say the least. So if anyone is around on Sunday, I apologise in advance, but yeah, that's coming. So you have got something to watch next Sunday, but I won't say any more. So anyway, I'll say my goodbyes. There was a video on Amery Junction of the London show. Yes, I actually did a search because I wanted to see some videos. So Amery Junction, I did see your show. I saw your video, and you used the I'm So song at the start, didn't you? I like that. So yes, I have seen it. I haven't left a comment yet, but I will do if you like. Lucad Hagman sent one last super chat, so thank you for your support, Lucad. I really appreciate that. And Tank Engine 75 says, what's your favourite Southern and Western engine? Southern engine, do you mean Southern and Western, or Southern and Western? My favourite Southern engine would be the Bullet Pacific, and Western, I don't know, probably the King class or the 14XX, not sure. If you mean Southern and Western, I'm not really sure. I don't know much about that railway. Is it in America? I'm not too sure. That's my ignorance coming through for you. L Train says, see you later, Sam. See you later. Thank you very much for joining me. And A Bucket says, Sam, have you been to the Bluebell Railway? No, I have not. I would love to go because it's got some of my favourite engines there, including the H-Class, of course. But no, as of yet, I haven't been. But I would love to one day. And if I'm ever down there, I will definitely go. And as I say, I'll take my camera. Next week, I'm going to the Severn Valley Railway, says GWR Will. That's fantastic. Have a good time. And as always, take some pictures and share them with us. Henry341 Adventure says, Sam, how's your favourite Thomas and Friends diesel character? Oh, I don't know. I like Ari and Bert just because they're dastardly, aren't they? And I quite like Diesel 10 for the same reason, because he's a nasty piece of work. But they're all good, aren't they, in their own different ways. But I like the nasty ones just because I think they're funny. Okay, folks. Well, thank you, everyone. Train Fanatic is saying see you. Gallium Gamer is saying bye. Thank you all for your support, not just today, but every day. You know, everybody who's subscribed. I do appreciate it. And I'm run on quite a while. I've been streaming probably an hour and a half now because I did the extra bit at the start. But anyway. Thanks, folks. I really do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the final stream of the series, and hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of my first ever review. It's not something I'm proud of, but hey ho, it is what it is. And I guess it was the start of this channel, so anyway, that's it. Okay, folks, well, thank you for watching, thank you for your support, and I will see you Wednesday with another video. Alright, cheers everybody. Well, that's the end of this series of live streams. It's been such a fantastic time, and I just wanted to thank every single one of you for tuning in every week to join me. I am hoping to make another series of Sam's Trains live over the summer, so I do hope you'll all join me for that, of course. But for now, thanks again to everyone for all your support, and I will see you very soon with some more brand new videos. Cheers everybody!